Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Life Science. Myself Vinita Tiwari, and in this video I am going to talk about enzyme activity. Okay, so I am going to talk about enzyme activity only at practical level, means the use of enzyme activity in laboratory, as well as I am also going to discuss about a practical, that is how you can determine the alpha amylase activity in laboratory, as alpha amylase is an enzyme. So I'm going to tell you how at laboratory level you can determine its activity by using starch as a substrate. Okay, so stay focused. Now let's get started. So the first thing that comes is, what is enzyme activity? So consider enzyme activity always as a unit. Okay, you know about kilograms, grams, then you have heard about molar, mole, normality. Similarly, consider enzyme activity as a unit that we study in enzymology. Okay, it defines the micromole of substrate that is converted into product per unit time. So what you read here is that how much micromole of substrate is converted into product per unit time. Okay, more specifically you can say 1 unit. Here U designates the enzyme activity. Okay, so 1 unit will be equal to 1 micromole of product formed, or you can say 1 micromole of substrate converted into product per minute. Okay, I have given here a simple reaction like reactant A is getting converted into product P. For example, consider X as an enzyme that is undertaking this reaction. So how will you define enzyme activity of X? You can say that the micromole of reactant A getting converted into product in the presence of enzyme per minute. Okay, or you can say the micromole of product which is formed in the presence of X per minute. Okay, so this is very simple to understand. Consider it always as a unit, and as a unit you will have to determine its formulae, and the formula is the micromole of substrate or the micromole of product formed per minute. Okay, now the next thing occurs is, what is micromole? So I have taken here a simple example to make you understand easily. For example, we divide kilogram by 1000 to get grams. Okay, similarly we divide grams into 1000 to get milligrams, and similarly we divide milligrams by 1000 to get microgram. Okay, now when you divide the microgram by the molecular weight of the product, you will get micromole. Okay, listen carefully. When you will divide microgram to its molecular weight of the product, you will get the micromole. Okay, and from where you are going to get the microgram? As you are studying here about enzyme activity, you are already known with the product, the quantitative estimation technique that you are going to employ on the product, and from that technique you are going to get the concentration of product in the reaction mixture. Okay, in more simple terms, we are talking here about the unknown concentration in the reaction mixture. For example, in this video I am going to take an example of maltose. We are going to estimate maltose and the enzyme activity of alpha amylase. Okay, so here is the formula of enzyme activity, that is microgram of product released, and as you can see here, as I have divided here by its molecular weight. Okay, as we want micromole per minute, we are going to divide the microgram of the product to its molecular weight. Also we are going to consider here incubation time. Okay, for any reaction to occur, the important factor also comes with the incubation time. Incubation time will be the time that you are giving for the substrate to get converted into product in the presence of enzyme. Okay, so we have multiplied it by 1000 as a conversion factor. Okay, now next, so now let's get started with the practical. Okay, the practical is the determination of alpha amylase activity. So Alpha amylase is an enzyme that catalyzes the hydrolysis of starch into maltose and dextrin unit. As we know, maltose is a reducing sugar made of two glucose units. Okay, now what happens? We have to calculate the enzyme activity of alpha amylase, and we already know enzyme activity is the micromole of product that is formed per unit time, or you can say enzyme activity is the micromole of substrate that is converted into product per unit time. So what we are simply talking? We are simply talking about the micromole of maltose that is produced here per minute. Okay, you can read here micromole of product means what we are talking about, micromole of maltose produced per minute. Okay, the next thing we are talking about is from where you are going to get this micromole of maltose. Then I have already told you that we are going to get this micromole from the unknown concentration that we usually estimate in micrograms. Okay, we already have the microgram of maltose released concentration with us. Okay, so and the next thing, how you are going to get this microgram of maltose concentration? You are going to get this by the quantitative estimation of maltose by DNSA method. So now you might be confused with all of this, but simply talking, the first thing you have to do, you have to do the quantitative estimation of your product by a specific method. By that quantitative estimation, you are going to get its concentration, and by using that concentration, you are going to estimate the enzyme activity. This is what I am trying to tell you here. Okay, so steps to calculate activity of any enzyme. Remember one thing, the method that I am going to tell you is not only specific with alpha amylase, you can employ it with any other macromolecules. Okay, so the first step is that be ready with the standard graph of the product. Okay, in one of my video I have already told that how you can prepare a standard graph of maltose. Okay, so you can learn from there. Then second thing is calculate the slope from the standard graph. You should be always prepared with the slope to estimate the unknown concentration. For example, the third thing that you have to do is the estimation of concentration of product in reaction mixture. The third point is concentration of product in reaction mixture means what? This is the microgram of the product that I am telling you, that which you want in microgram per ml. Okay, so you can estimate the concentration of product, that is the concentration of unknown, by first knowing its absorbance by a specific quantitative estimation method, and second thing is by using that absorbance and dividing it by slope to get its concentration. Okay, always remember, when you divide the absorbance by the slope of the product, you are having the unknown concentration in your hand. Okay, so and lastly we are going to calculate the enzyme activity. So I have provided you this with these steps. It will be really beneficial for you for calculating enzyme activity of any enzyme. For example, you can go through protease or you can go through lipase as well. Okay, so now by taking an example of alpha amylase, we are going one by one. Okay, so I have already created video on maltose standard graph by DNSA method, and also how you can calculate slope from standard graph. So these are the two steps that you will have to follow first, and then you are going to calculate the enzyme activity. Okay, so this will be the observation table for the enzyme activity estimation. Okay, so this is a laboratory work that you will have to do for alpha amylase enzyme activity calculation. Okay, so you will need here two set, one will be blank and another one will be test. You will have to use starch 1% concentration, means you will have to prepare a stock of starch with 1 gram in 100 ml. Another one is alpha amylase. You can use alpha amylase at a concentration of 0.1%, means 0.1 grams in 100 ml. Okay, then the buffer you will have to select should be of pH 7, as pH 7 is optimum for alpha amylase activity. Generally for pH 7 we usually use buffer of phosphate buffer. Okay, so I will recommend you to use phosphate buffer. Next thing is that you should remember that in blank you should not add the enzyme. Okay, if you will add enzyme, there is possibility of red coloration in the mixture. Therefore please remember not to add enzyme in the blank tube. Okay, the next thing is we are going to incubate starch amylase at room temperature for 10 minutes. So our incubation time will be for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes we are going to add DNSA, that is dinitrosalicylic acid, which is a reagent that reduces the maltose into a red color product, which we are going to then we are going to measure its absorbance. Okay, so after adding DNSA you will also have to incubate it in boiling water bath for 10 minutes, and finally you will have to take its OD at 540 nm. So for example, I have taken here, we have got absorbance of the test about 0.421. So remember, this 0.421 is the absorbance of the unknown. Okay, here we are not knowing the concentration of maltose that is released in this reaction mixture. Okay, now I am going to use this absorbance to calculate its concentration. Okay, now in the in one of my video I have talked about the slope, so please watch that. Here I am going to give you a short review. Okay, so we can calculate slope by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is the standard graph of maltose. Okay, so here is the formula of slope. So on calculation of slope you will get a value of 0.0012. Okay, now what you have to do, you will simply have to divide the absorbance. You will simply have to divide the absorbance by the slope. Okay, you can see here concentration of maltose means, here you can see the unit micrograms. Okay, so what we are getting here, we are getting here the unknown concentration in micrograms. Okay, simply divide the absorbance by its slope. Okay, that is 0.421 divided by 0.0012, and you will get the value of 350.83 in micrograms per ml. Remember that I am talking here about the concentration in microgram. As you can see, the standard graph I have prepared is also in microgram per ml. Here you can see I have directed it in microgram per ml. Okay, so here we are with microgram of maltose that is released. Okay, so now what we have to do, we will simply have to put on the values in the enzyme activity formula, that is enzyme activity is equals to microgram of maltose released. Now we know the microgram of maltose released is 350.83 multiplied by 1000 divided by molecular weight of maltose, that is our product, that is 342, into incubation time. Incubation time is 10. Okay, on calculation you will get 102.58 micromole per minute. Now what is this 102.58 micromole per minute? This is the enzyme activity that defines the micromole of substrate that is converted into product per minute, or the micromole of product formed per minute. Okay, if you want to further calculate this specific activity, you can simply divide this enzyme activity in this unit with the milligrams of the protein, and you will have the specific activity, that is a unit per mg. So if you understood it well, or if you have any kind of doubt regarding the enzyme activity, you can comment in the comment section. Okay, so please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much.